Hi everyone, we are still on stock photography episode 2. In the last episode, we handled predominantly my top 5 list of companies that are stock photo companies that you should apply to, you should get onto. I also told you the reasons why these companies are looking for you to post your pictures there. And finally, I calculated from my own dashboard how much you can actually earn as a stock photographer in a year, assuming you have up to 5,000 pictures. Now, in this episode, I'm going to treat the types of membership that these companies offer you, the type of photos that they accept, so that you know the kind of pictures you are shooting right from the time. I'm going to tell you the procedures, the typical procedures for most of them, how to get on these companies. And finally, I'm going to tell you the points to look out for, the professional points to look out for when you're snapping these pictures, because you can submit 100 pictures and they just choose like 10 or 15 that this 10 or 15 meets their standard, the rest doesn't meet their standard, so they will reject them. So it's a procedure, and if you know upfront the kind of things they're expecting, you will know how to shoot the pictures and go ahead with it. Now, let's go right deep into it. First is membership. The two types of membership predominantly available is exclusive and non-exclusive. What does exclusive mean? Exclusive means that when you submit a photo to that company, you are not going to submit that same photo or similar photo to other companies. Now, what this does is that it tells the buyer that this picture I'm seeing here, if I like it, I should buy it, because I'm not going to find that picture elsewhere online. Alright, most companies offer you the option to choose whether you can make individual pictures. Assuming you upload 50 pictures, you can decide to make 25 exclusive to that particular website. Alright, some companies offer you exclusivity on a membership level. Like when you register, you become exclusive to them, which means each photo you post on their website, you cannot post a similar photo on other websites. Now, most people usually choose non-exclusive, because the advantage of non-exclusive over exclusive is that you can snap 500 pictures and post it on 10 or 20 different stock photo company. Alright? But there are advantages to being exclusive. Now, when you're exclusive, the companies realize that you do not have these pictures elsewhere, so you may be losing revenue from other companies. So they pay you higher revenue for your exclusive picture. 2, they do promotion for you, active promotion. They showcase you. They are telling people that, look, for this guy to trust us to sell this picture means that we're a good company. So buy one of these exclusively. So they run active adverts sometimes for you. Number 3 is that they provide you with an active filter. On most of their websites, you have the option to click on exclusive, and it will only show you pictures that are exclusive to their website, which means your picture is going to show up a lot more than having it like a needle in a haystack. It's like they have 1 million pictures in their database and only 50 or 60 of them is exclusive. So when someone clicks on exclusive, it's possible that they might see you, and the more chances of them seeing you means that you are getting higher chances of getting your pictures sold. However, you can confidently do non-exclusive. Most, like 90% of stock photo suppliers or photographers do non-exclusive. This gives them the chance to upload it to as many companies as they like, so that they can get more payments from all those companies. So it's an option that you have to consider. If you don't think that you are up to, trying several other websites, you do exclusive. They pay you a little bit more than what they pay the regular people on that same site. Alright? But if you feel that you have the data, because you can have a shoot, and by the time you finish the shoot, 100 pictures is about 2 gig or 3 gig. Now, for you to upload those pictures on 10 or 20 different websites, that means 2 gig times 10, that's 20. So you're already spending money buying data, uploading these things. So if you think you can do that, fine, and do the work attached to it. Number 2 is the types of pictures most companies accept. From episode 1, you must have heard me talk about editorial pictures and commercial pictures. Those are predominantly the types of pictures most of these companies accept. What are editorial pictures? Editorial pictures are pictures that are newsworthy, pictures from a live event, pictures that could be a current affair, something a news could use. The major difference between editorial and commercial pictures are this. A commercial picture must have a model release or a property release for every recognizable person or property in it. What do I mean by that? For instance, you hire models to depict a village meeting. They dress, you give them costume, they dress in their village attire, sit down around campfire, and you start shooting. By the time you finish shooting, some of the faces of this model will get into the picture. Now, those companies require you to attach a model release. This is a signed copy by each model saying that they are aware that you have custody of this picture, that you paid them for it or whatever, that they are settled with you, that you have custody of this picture and you have the right to do business with them, sell the picture and get earnings from it. Most of the time, this model release is on their website, so you just download it and sign a copy of it. Another interesting thing that I love about this is that if you have a model release from one company, you can actually upload the same model release to other companies. For instance, you have a model release that you downloaded from Shutterstock and the model signed it. Now you're uploading the picture to Big Stock or iStock or Getty Image. You can upload that model release signed for Shutterstock on Big Stock or Adobe Photos and they will accept it because they know these companies are good companies and a contract has basic parameters. As long as those basic parameters are covered in that contract, they will accept it, knowing fully well that you can't have 10 or 20 contracts waiting for each model to sign after shoot. Once you give them one, they sign. Let me show you a copy of what a model release looks like. Now, this is a copy of a model release. Now, you can see there's a part that is written with pen. You just download this. This is for 0.5. This was the last picture that I posted a few weeks ago, and it's a contract from Port 5. The model signed the contract and released the pictures to me so I could do business with it. So if you hire a model and pay the model, you need to have a model release. Another type of release that they ask for is a property release. Property release is if you snap a recognizable property. For instance, the Eiffel Tower. You rarely see the picture of Eiffel Tower at night. It is a sight to behold. They used light to adorn that Eiffel Tower. So it is copyrighted by France as a work of art. So you cannot sell picture of Eiffel Tower in Paris without having a property release. The country of France will sign for you. Yes, you are an approved photographer, that they are aware that you are selling this picture. You can snap picture of the Eiffel Tower during the day and post anywhere, sell. Nobody bothers you. But the moment you snap it at night and post, in fact, most of these companies will reject it. Another thing that requires model release is if a logo is showing. Now, there are two options. You can use Photoshop to, assuming you snap a picture of me and I'm wearing an Adidas jersey and Adidas logo is showing. You can use Photoshop to remove the logo and the companies will accept it. Or you can write to Adidas and get them to sign a property release for you so that you can sell that picture. Right? But I would advise you to use Photoshop and remove it. The reason being that your pictures will not sell if you have a logo on it. Imagine if I work for Nike or any other clothes manufacturing company and I come to buy a photo for my promo and I find out that the photo that you are selling has Adidas on it. I won't be interested in buying it. It's only lovers of Adidas that will buy it. So your pictures will actually sell more when there are no logos on it. So don't go through the stress of emailing any person looking for property release. Use Photoshop to remove the logo. The companies will accept it. It's an acceptable process. Alright, so That is commercial picture and the model releases you have. But if the image doesn't have a recognizable feature, maybe you snap the person from the back, you can't recognize the face, you do not need to add a model release. However, you ought to read the terms and conditions of each website to see what they cover. Some websites say that if a part is showing, or a tattoo is showing, or a birthmark is showing, you have to put a model release. Some websites don't ask for that, but you look out for that. That's commercial pictures, alright? Editorial pictures, because it's newsworthy, you snapped a riot, you snapped a demonstration, you snapped an election in progress, you snapped a crime in progress. They recognize that this happened as an event. There's no way you can get all the crowds that showed there to sign model release for you. So they sell it as editorial picture. News companies, news websites, blogs, websites, magazines, newspapers, they buy this kind of picture. If it's editorial, then you are required to put the date that that event happened, what that event is, and the location. Some of these stock photos company, they are now urging photographers to add geotagging. Some professional cameras, you can actually add geotagging. You own a location button on the camera, and the information on the location will be embedded in the picture. So they don't need to ask you, where did you snap this picture? Immediately they see the picture, they will read the metadata data and find out that you snapped this picture in your village. The name of your village will show. They can map it and find out exactly where you snapped it. So if you can geotag your picture, it's a new practice. It wasn't there before, but they're encouraging more people to geotag their pictures so that they can actually sort their pictures based on the location where the pictures were snapped. Next is the typical acceptance procedure. Now, how do you get on this company's website? Now, to get on these companies and sign a contract with them, it's simple. You know, that's what I love about working with foreign companies. In Nigeria, to work with a company in Nigeria is so hard. Government processes, bottlenecks, they are so hard to work. But everything is online. Imagine me here in Nigeria making dollars, working with company that I do not know where they are, their head office is. Unless you research and find out where the head office, you may not have any idea where the head office is. So simple. You get on their website and apply. Now when you apply, you are required to put your name, where you are located, the type of pictures. The form is just simple. You just collect basic information. And it will ask you to put your government approved name. Is because they are going to ask you to upload your government approved ID card, which is driver's license, international passport, or national identity card. Right? Now when you put this, they will take their time to review your application and take their time to confirm your ID card, whether it's real or fake. They probably have a database, they will have their channels, but within a week or 2 weeks, they will send you an email saying that your application has been approved. Now, after your application has been approved, the next process is that they will tell you to upload 10 or 20 sample pictures of what you can do. Now, the reason why they ask you to upload that is so they can ascertain your level of professionalism, ascertain whether they can accept pictures from you, because they need you to upload the best possible pictures so that their customers will see them as a professional company that accepts the best possible pictures and buy. So when you upload these 10 or 20 pictures, they will review it. For some companies, if you upload 10 pictures and any of the pictures fall short, they reject the entire set. But other companies, if you upload and you get like 50% of the picture that they want, they will accept you. So you need to read the processes, the terms and conditions. They will tell you clearly what they expect from you when you upload it. But you'll be required to upload sample images. When you upload sample images, you are required to tag them. And that is going to be handled in the next episode, because each picture you are supposed to put a title, description, and not more than 50 keywords. Keywords are what helps the people who come on their website search to find you. Assuming you snap picture of cameras and you have to put keyword like Canon, zoom lens. I'm reading off what is written on my camera, but keywords: black camera, photo lens, portrait lens. You have to write keyword things related to what the individual pictures are, and you need to put up to 50. In some websites, if you don't put up to 50, they will tell you to make it up. So imagine tagging each picture. It is a tedious, painstaking work, because you can have 200 pictures in one portfolio and you have to tag them individually, to the point that some companies actually develop software that can help you group tag them. On the websites, they develop a concept that can help you group tag them. Alright? In the next episode, that's when I'm going to handle it and show you the dashboard, the title, where you put everything, and then when you upload to their website, you also have other options to fill. So it's a tedious, painstaking process, but when you get it right, it's always enjoyable, because once they accept it, for life, those pictures will be making you money. So by the time you get to that stage of your pictures accepted, you are in. They will require you to now, they will be encouraging you. Some of them will send you email: you haven't sent any picture this week, they will be encouraging you. Some of them will tell you trends. What is trending? Snap a picture related to that. We'll handle that in the next episode, so you know the kind of pictures to snap. Now, finally on this episode is the professional concept you have to look out when you are snapping these pictures, because it's a real concept. If you don't look out for them, you are going to have your pictures rejected. The first you have to consider is the relevance of the photo. This picture you are snapping, if you are a buyer, would you buy it? What will you buy it for? Alright? The relevance, the importance of the photo you are snapping. Most of the time, you do photos according to trend. For instance, this infection that ravaged the world. You snap pictures depicting different concepts, like warnings by World Health Organization. All the things that they tell you: stay at home, don't touch handles. You snap picture of somebody trying to hold a door handle and put X on it. It becomes a concept. The relevance of the picture matters a lot, because that's what will channel people to buying it. Number two is the composure. Now, when you are snapping a picture, you need to frame the picture properly. Like, if you see this picture, this video you are watching, I framed myself to be in the center. But there are other professional rules that apply to images. There is rule of the third. Rule of the third says that when you are looking at a screen, that more often than not, your eye goes to the corner of the screen. So if the screen is to be divided into three, try and frame the person to be on 1/3 of the picture. Like this. It's more artistic. Now that I've mentioned this, I will urge you to do something. Look at professionally shot movies. Look at pictures on magazines, and you notice the rule of the third. They will take the entire screen, divide it into three, and place the character on 1/3 of that frame, with the eyes at the corner, the cross of that corner. So these are concepts that you look out for. If you are snapping a picture that has line, like a railway track, you have to position that railway track to be artistically pleasant to the eye. Not that you come to a corner, the railway is going like this, is snapping like this. You have to position lines to make sense when you are snapping a railway line. There are other concepts like the Fibonacci rule. It's something like the rule of the third, but this time around there is a curve, a spiral curve on the screen, and where the spiral curve ends is where you are expected to frame that individual. When you snap with those goals in your mind, position, frame your picture. This is not a quack shot, this is a professional field. But even if you have a consumer camera, an ordinary camera, if you know what you're doing, you frame the picture to be pleasant, you will get away with it. Another thing is that depending on how good your camera is, the quality of your picture increases. Image sensors, if you have a 1-inch sensor, a full-size sensor on your camera, it will deliver more pictures than sensors that are found in maybe phones. Alright? However, some companies actually accept phone pictures. So those are the things that you consider. by the time you snap 1 or 2 pictures, see what they are posting online, you are getting the hang of it, and before you know what is happening, you are in the groove. You are uploading pictures every week, and that's it. I watch the social media network and I see people put some good concept pictures there. Those are the kind of pictures that I'm looking for, because people are going to always be attracted to it and buy them. So that's it for this episode. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the opportunity for you to click that subscribe button and turn on the notification, so that in the next episode you will find out more about the short photography business. Now, what are we treating in the next episode? In the next episode, I will treat in detail, in-depth analysis on how to prepare your pictures. I talked about the title, description, keywords, and other options. I will log into the system and show you step by step how you can tag your pictures. Now, factors that influence your sell. What are those things that will make you sell more? I will let you know on that. And other videos that may come out of this series include how to shoot a panorama image, the lighting for stock photos, and receiving money. Panorama pictures, the reason panorama pictures are wide angle pictures. However, wide angle lens, which is what is used to snap a wide angle picture, they are very expensive. So I'm going to show you how to snap a wide angle photo with a regular lens of a camera, because those pictures sell more. The reason why they sell more is that a picture of this size may be good enough for a website, but if you take that same picture and expand it to use it on a billboard, it becomes pixelated. Pixelated means that each picture is made up of square boxes of individual colors. So this individual colors is what is put together for you to see this image that you're seeing. Alright, so when you take a small picture like this and you expand it to use it on billboard, it becomes blurry. You now start seeing square boxes of individual colors on it. You know, it doesn't look good. So when you snap a wide angle picture, the people that do billboards, they love those kind of pictures and they are expensive. So you need to know. That's why I'm devoting an episode to those kind of. So those are the kind of things that you should be expecting in the next episode. But for this episode, we have come to the end of it. Until next time, my name is Paschal. This is Top 10 Nigeria, and I'm out.